Last week, as I was getting my culinary arts kitchen ready for my first class, a colleague asked if she could have a moment of my time. "You're such a talented chef," gushed the woman. "Your food always smells so wonderful." "Thank you," I said as I wondered why this person had felt the need to compliment me. "And so I was wondering if I could nominate you as a contestant for a Food Network TV show," explained the woman. "I think you're really talented and would do well on this show." "What?" I asked. Of all the reasons as to why this person had felt the need to speak with me prior to class, asking about whether I'd be interested in participating in a culinary competition had not been high on that list. "So what do you think?" asked my colleague. "Could I enter your name?" "No," I replied. I didn't know what else to say. I'm leaving the teaching profession at the end of the year and will need to find a new job. I also have cats and wouldn't want to spend any time away from them. Having to participate in a game show would have taken time and effort, which would in turn have disrupted my routine. "No," I repeated, "I'm really not interested." "But why not?" demanded the woman. "I think that you would be really good." Since I didn't really know this woman, I didn't think I owed her an explanation. This person had asked for a moment of my time. It should be noted that the concept of a moment originated during the late 13th century when sundials were still being used to measure the passage of time. A moment was equivalent to 90 seconds and 40 moments equaled 1 hour. A moment had now passed and I still needed to get the kitchen ready for my first class. The woman wouldn't leave. "I'm trying to give you an opportunity," she explained. I repeated that I wasn't interested. "But why ever not?" Since the woman wouldn't leave, I resumed getting the kitchen ready. I had tools to pull, ingredients to portion, recipes to distribute, and liquid soap dispensers to replenish. Although I realized that ending the conversation by ignoring the woman was likely rude, I didn't know how else to end the conversation since my colleague wouldn't take no for an answer.
Neurotypical people have often described those of us who are on the autistic spectrum as being somewhat abrupt in the way we end our conversations. While this is likely true, I think the flip side of this coin is that non-autistic people can be quite pushy, particularly when they refuse to accept no as an answer. As a co-sponsor for the senior class, another of the class sponsors once asked me what I thought about taking the senior class on a 10-hour road trip to Disneyland. "Will we be staying overnight?" I asked. The other teacher said no. He said that the entire trip from start to finish would last for 36 hours. The thought of constantly being with the students for 36 hours with no opportunities for the downtime I would need to rest and recharge my emotional batteries did not thrill me at all. I said no to the idea.
"But they're good kids," argued the other teacher. "They deserve this trip." I could not get my colleague to understand that I could not be on duty for 36 consecutive hours. As an autistic person, it is sometimes all I can do to hang on to the end of the school day. At the end of the day, I need to go home to rest and recover from the stress of having had to interact with people for 8 hours. I did not understand why my colleague thought that I would be okay with being on duty for 36 hours. "It will be fine," said the other teacher. "You can sleep on the bus." "I can't sleep unless I have absolute privacy," I said. "You should also be aware that I have a disability workplace accommodation. I am excused from having to chaperone field trips."
"But you could waive that right," observed the other teacher. "Why would I want to do that?" I asked. "It's for incidents like this that I have this workplace accommodation." "Would you at least think about it?" asked my colleague. The man would not take no for an answer. I eventually just turned around and walked away.
While some people have suggested that autistic people tend to be abrupt with the way we end our conversations, to my way of thinking there are some neurotypical adults who act like children in not understanding the word no. If you found this video interesting and would like to support this channel, please click on the like and subscribe buttons. If you have thoughts regarding other topics that I could address in a future video, please feel free to add your suggestions to the comments below.